Thanks, David. Appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, David was my mentor in Toastmasters. When I first wanted to learn how to public speak, I went to Dave and asked him to help me, and that was quite a few years ago. Early in my career, I learned a very, very valuable lesson, and it was a difficult one. I was in management, and I was sitting in my car one day after work, holding my steering wheel. I'd had a fantastic day. All my checklists were done. All my tasks were on track. Everything was working exactly right. However, I felt like a failure in that day. I didn't want to go home. I'd had success, but I felt like failure. Earlier in the day, one of my employees came to me very quietly, with trust, a little nervous, and said, "Brian, sometimes you make me feel like I am just a check mark on your checklist." Dang, did that hurt. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I had to sit in my own space and think about what I had been doing. And as I was doing that, I realized I was managing. I was managing everything. I was managing the task, and I was managing the people. I was wearing one hat, the management hat. What I'd forgotten was the leadership hat. Two hats, one person. That first hat is the management piece. What is management? Management is exactly that. It's the what. It's the task. It's what you're trying to get accomplished. You manage processes. You manage tasks. You go through processes and tasks to get things done. How many things did you manage today to get here? Think about it. How many tasks did you go through when you woke up and you switched off that alarm? Think about how many tasks you have accomplished today just to get to this room. Who thinks they did 5? 10? 15? The day hasn't even begun. And think about how many tasks you have already completed. 2 hats, 1 person. That second hat that you wear is that leadership hat. The leadership hat is the how you go about doing stuff. It's the feelings part. It's the people. We manage processes, but we lead people. And as you talk about leadership, that's how we go about doing things, right? It's not the task itself, but it's actually the people that are involved in the task that we're doing that we are concerned about. Because people are the people do the tasks. It's not so much the tasks. Don't forget to silence your phones, everyone. It's not just the tasks that are getting done, but it's the people that complete them. We manage processes.
Wait, excuse me, Brian, I know you know your time, but while they're talking and doing time, should I subtract that from your time?
Not at all, Nicole. Thank you very much for checking on me, but we're perfectly fine. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem at all. Don't forget that you have 2 hats, 1 person. We have management, which is the task, and we have leadership, which is the people. And I'd completely forgotten about that. Today, when we came to our Toastmasters meeting. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you wanting me to reiterate it. As I started right in the beginning, thank you, Nicole, appreciate it. We have management and we have leadership. Management is the task. Leadership is the people. We have to have both. Now, Robert, you were in a position of leadership at one time?
Yes.
How do you feel that you did with your management and your leadership?
I think I was a better leader than a manager.
And why is that?
Why is that? Um, I, 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 probably didn't listen, that's all.
Interesting. Anybody else have any input as far as Robert's comment there, as far as it not listening? However, he says that he was a good leader. However, he had concerns with listening. Listening is part of leadership because we have to feel and understand our people. So let me take you back to that project that I was on. All of a sudden, I started watching my people. And my people were stopping talking to me. They were getting very quiet. They weren't working well as a team. They weren't being cohesive. Everyone was stressed. And I said, okay, hold on one second. Sorry about the guys going off in the back. I paid them as well. Thank you very much. I stopped the whole project. And I said to the whole team, okay, team, enough. Come on round. And I put them into exactly the fashion that we're in right now, but a lot smaller. We sat around in a group. And I asked them the question, how are you doing? They were surprised as heck because I'd been managing checkboxes and I hadn't asked them how they were doing. And when I did ask them how they were doing, they didn't know how to react. And then the person that had trusted talking to me earlier and gave me that feedback opened up. And I embraced that. And I said, thank you. And all of a sudden, everyone started talking. One person actually started to cry. Can you imagine how that feels, that you put somebody in such a level of stress that you made that person cry? And I embraced that. And we talked through it. The next day when I came back, things were just a little bit different. People were talking. The energy was a little higher. The task was no longer the priority. The people doing the task became the priority. Things started getting done more efficiently. We were more effective. We were doing even better with our timing. Success. 2 hats, 1 person. And something we also need to remember, just because you're not in a position of authority does not mean you're not a leader. A lot of negatives there. And what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to have a title to be a leader. Anyone can be a leader at any time. I'll tell you right now, half of you were leaders this morning. I talked about the management of getting up this morning, right? Who had to convince a child to wear clothing? Who had to convince a child to eat? Who had to make their partner feel good before they walked out the door? Who had a conversation with their partner about something other than management tasks? These are all leadership. Now let me tie it back in to Toastmasters, to my guests that are here today. Did somebody say hello to you at the door? Did somebody hand you a sheet of paper? Did somebody explain what we do here? What is that? Leadership. Our president, I was watching her standing at the door, greeting, smiling, shaking hands, talking to everyone, right? If I went up to Chris, I said, Chris, how are you doing today?
Wonderful, Brian.
Is your day going well?
It's great. I'm so glad to be
Fantastic.
here. You're very handsome.
Thank you very much. So are you. Love the beard. That's just a friendly gesture. However, it is a leadership skill. Now, I could have said to Chris, Chris, how'd your day go today? Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Have a nice day. Right? However, the president then walked up here and went, what was that? Management. Today alone, our president wore right? So as we tie this all back together, even the strongest person in the room here today is not a manager or a leader. You are both. Everyone at any one time wears 2 hats, 1 person. Mr. Toastmaster.